Taurus. Hello, Taurus. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well. Let's find out what's going on with Taurus and what does Taurus need to know. Messages for Taurus, please. Okay, so you are observing someone who is very excited, very excitable. There's something that's quickly transforming and growing and maturing right before your eyes. Yes, this new opportunity. You may be invited to go on some kind of a journey or to travel. There may be a vacation or an adventure here. This new opportunity is sort of like once in a lifetime. It's giving. It's how do I say this? Okay, it's like once in a lifetime, but it's like this is not going to last forever, or this window of opportunity will not be available to you forever. Interesting. So you're watching this happen. Okay, so you already know that this is going to happen. You already know what's going on here. You know better than the person who is giving this opportunity to you somehow. So you know this already, and maybe this is just your confirmation, but this is going to change your life somehow, and you are on the precipice of accepting this offer, accepting this opportunity for something new that's coming into your life. I need a little bit more context, please, for my Taurus. Yeah, again, this could be a job, a career, a message about money, or a younger person coming in telling this to you, something that you're learning. Okay, wow, you're getting support, recognition, you're very popular, you're being elevated. Taurus, you're being elevated. Someone's giving you the opportunity of a lifetime. But what's this Three of Swords? What's going on? What's the Three of Swords? Let me hold on. Okay. So you're reluctant to accept this offer. Is it what? Well, what's going on? There's this love offer here. You're looking forward to it, and yet you feel reluctant. You're holding back. Okay, let me close this window over here because my marina bell is going to be too loud. You know what I mean? That bell is just going to be too loud if I leave that window open. Okay, so are you like pretending you don't care? Are you acting like you don't care? You're unbothered? You're looking forward to doing this, but I feel like there's a sense of responsibility, or you're trying to maintain control over your emotions. That's what I'm seeing here. This is what I see. It's like you are trying to keep your cool. You're wicked excited about this, though. You're very excited about this new opportunity, and you can see just how good it's going to be for you. All right, yeah, you imagine just how good it's going to be, and you're trying to stay quiet about it for some reason. You're trying to be cool. You can imagine all the ways in which this could be good for you, or this could be stressful for you. You've got this new opportunity. You want to make sure that it's real. You want to make sure it's real. You want to make sure it's tangible. I just heard fungible, like non-fungible tokens. What the heck does that mean? What does that mean? Fungible? All right, but this could be a lot of fun for you. This is very exciting. Maybe it's something you've never done before. And so while it is very exciting and very cool and awesome, I'm getting this word responsibility. So I'm starting to think that there is almost like a sort of fear of success, or being very apprehensive about taking on a certain kind of responsibility, because it's like, you know that this is very exciting. This could be very good for you. It's elevating. It's something that you're going to be very good at this. You're going to handle it very well. You're going to handle it gracefully. There's a lot of competition. You are beating out the competition. It's a life-changing, once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for you, and this is taking off. It's something that you really want. You already know that it's going in this direction. You've already predicted. Your intuition has already brought you in this direction, okay? Your intuition is heightened at this time. It's deeper, higher than it's probably ever been before. And yet you're like, examining this offer, like, okay, is it real? Is it too good to be true? Is this really happening? Yes, it is. I feel very strongly about this, so let me try to kind of curb my enthusiasm. You know, you're curbing your enthusiasm. So you're trying to like play it cool, be quiet about this. You're trying to keep it quiet. You're also kind of praying. You're in prayer or meditation about this. Because I feel like some aspect of it has disturbed your peace of mind, or like you've learned something new here and something about it with the Three of Swords, it's disturbing, and it's like you have a lot of mixed emotions about this. You almost have like an inner conflict about this because perhaps it's going kind of fast, or it's going to make a lot of changes in your life. It's going to change everything. And so there may be really positive aspects to this that are very exciting, but it also feels like there are some heavier responsibilities that may come along with it. It's like getting a promotion at work. Yeah, you're getting promoted. You're going to be promoted and you're going to make a lot more money, or you're going to have a lot more popularity or fame or attention or whatever it is that you want, that victory and success is coming to you. But you're also going to have to work harder or more longer hours, or you're going to have a lot more work to do, a lot more responsibility on your shoulders. And also, I keep getting this sense of like, there's going to be more expectations on you, and you almost start to feel like imposter syndrome, or like there's more scrutiny on you, and you're very sensitive. People look at you and they think you're very strong, and you are very strong. You're strong, you're capable. You know, the bull, the bull, the oxen that pulls the cart, right? The strongest animal on the farm pulls the most weight, carries the most weight. You know what I mean? Horses, draft horses, the oxen, you know, you're pulling the plow. You can handle the weight of this responsibility. But people don't tend to realize how sensitive you are. They don't think of you that way. They don't think of you as the soft, sensual, sensitive, you know, side of you. And I think you see yourself in a very different way than other people do. People see you as being very talented and valuable and good at what you do, very strong, carrying a lot of weight. You handle it with grace and care. You just look like you make it look easy, okay? But it's not always easy on you, actually. You know, so you're looking forward to this. It feels really good. You like it. You love it. You're accepting it. You're receiving it. But you're also kind of like sleeping on it a little bit. Like you're meditating on this. Okay, you're receiving signs and synchronicities, premonitions, omens from the universe. You know the language that it's speaking to you. It's speaking directly to you. It's showing you the way forward. You know that this is what you need to do. But you're still kind of learning the way forward on this. And you're going to get really good at it really fast. So this opportunity is meant for you. You wouldn't be receiving this opportunity if you weren't ready. I've got the moon here. I've got Leo. So I've got Cancer. I've got Leo. I've got Venus, which is Libra, and Taurus, which is you, and Scorpio, which is your sister sign. So this is an important part of your metamorphosis. It is happening exactly when it's supposed to. You are meant to level up in this way. You are meant to be elevated. You are no longer the page anymore. It's like you're not the student anymore. You are the adept. Like you're going from being the novice to being adept. You're no longer a beginner. You're now an intermediary. Maybe even raising up to an expert level, but I'm seeing more of like an intermediary. So this is like getting exactly what you want and not knowing exactly what to do with it, or if you're worthy, or like you're having this moment of reflection. Let me slow down. Maybe I should slow down. It's exciting. This is a big, exciting opportunity coming in for you. And so you're receiving this and you're being very mature about it. Even though it makes you feel excited and maybe even like a childlike sense of inspiration, you know, like you're imagining how this could possibly go. But you're also realizing that, you know, there's a lot that goes into what you're doing with it. There's all the pages have come out, and there's the Nine of Swords. You have some concerns. And I feel like at some point if your concerns start to outweigh the actual gravity of the situation, it becomes like you are thinking more about what you're afraid of than you are actually thinking about the situation at hand. Let's say you get a promotion at work. Very exciting. But then you go home and you're like, oh no, oh no. What have I done? What have I signed up for? I don't know if I can do this. And suddenly your fear becomes the focal point and the center of attention. You become like you're overthinking it a little bit. Like it's not, I want to say it's not that bad. It's not that serious. You can handle it. You're so capable of this. You are totally ready for this. It's happening because you're ready and you're ready to level up. You're having a creative breakthrough. This is a breakthrough in your career. This is what you've been working for. This is what you've always wanted. You knew this was going to happen. Your intuition told you this was going to happen. Maybe even a year ago, like last year, you knew this was going to happen. And now it's coming to fruition. Now it's finally happening. But now that it's here, you're like, oh my God, I can't believe it. But like you knew this was going to happen, but you didn't know it was going to happen until it happened, right? Like you knew it was going to happen, but you didn't know you knew it was going to happen until it actually did. And now it's finally happening. And you're just like, oh my God, I don't know if I can handle this. But Taurus, yes, you can. You can totally do this. It's so good for you. Like good for you. Like you did it. This is what you are meant to do. This is what you're here for. And I love this for you. So continue to meditate. And I would even say if you feel your nervous system, okay, if you have Mars in Gemini or you've got like the moon in Cancer, I've also see like Jupiter in Libra and Mars in Aries. I'm just getting there's something like there's a Virgo placements, Pisces, Taurus, Leo, Libra, Scorpio. What am I saying? Jupiter and Leo. I'm just saying like if your nervous system feels a little overwhelmed at times, you know, there are things that you can do to bring yourself back to your center. Ooh, the last Taurus reading I did, I think we had the High Priestess in that one too. And she was talking to me about avoiding the extremes of the dark and the light. So we have here somebody who has profound darkness as well as a powerful light. And it's important to make space for both. We neither deny nor judge the dark or the light. We don't want to like devalue one and overvalue the other. I think it's important to have a proper valuation of both and to continue to remain centered and to bring yourself back to the center when you start to feel yourself going to extremes. And this right here is an example of that, going to a kind of extreme into the dark. You don't want to be too cynical. You don't want to be naive. You may be new at this. There's every reason to believe it's going to be a really good experience. And I don't want to say there's no reason to believe it could possibly be a negative experience, because obviously there are ways that things can possibly go wrong or not turn out the way that we want it to or something like that. But I just see that it's really not that bad. And I don't even want to focus too much on the negativity. I see someone coming in that makes you feel better. I see someone that is soothing you, soothing your mind, putting your mind at ease. Some kind of a decision that you make, some kind of a win-win outcome. It's fair, it's right, it's good, it's true that this should belong to you. So you're looking forward to being at peace within yourself, perhaps after some kind of difficult chapter is being resolved here, where you felt lonely and isolated and like you had to do everything yourself. But now, yeah, so you're waiting, you're watching this, you're looking at it, and you're thinking, is it good? Is it right? Is it fair? I think you're going to go for it. I think you're going to take a sort of leap of faith. You're going to try your best to be prepared ahead of time. You're going to put a lot of foresight into this. If you've got Libra in your chart or you're dealing with a Libra, I would definitely recommend either way, go look at the Libra reading that I did yesterday, because Taurus was all over that reading. It even kind of felt like a Taurus reading, and maybe I should have put Taurus in the title. But even if you don't have Libra in your chart, if you want to go look at that, it was kind of like mergers and acquisitions was in the title. something like that. They think about you constantly, I think, because there was somebody in it. But I just feel like there could have been a message there for you somehow. I don't know how, but it could have been. So I see you looking forward to settling this, making a choice, and moving forward with your vision from a place of centeredness and inner peace. Your affirmation today is, I am at peace within myself. And yes, so if you're worried about this, I think it's a sort of internal conflict that is disturbing the peace right now, your peace of mind. You know, something exciting comes along. It's actually really very powerful, strong, profitable. It's really good. It's what you want. You feel so strongly about it. Yeah, you're starting to see your work paying off. Something is becoming stronger and more established. You may be working together or collaborating with somebody else on this. But there's like a fear or a dark side of whatever this is. And I'm getting it's like there's an obsessive, compulsive, repetitive, negative thought process that is doing more harm than good at this time. I feel like it is a preservation instinct or a survival instinct, right? It's trying to protect you. Your fear is trying to protect you from getting hurt or making a mistake or doing something impulsive or, you know, and that's a good thing. We want to embrace that part of ourselves. We want to give it love. We want to love that part of ourselves. But at the same time, we don't want it to take over our life and to dominate when it in reality, it's actually a very good thing that's happening here. We've got the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles. You've got this offer, this opportunity coming from the universe. You knew that this was going to happen. It's like you manifested this, or you had a premonition of this. You are psychic, you are spiritual, you are very connected. And so when you sit still in solitude and silence and just observe, let yourself be, relax, release everything, release the positive, release the negative, release it all, and just be in silence, and you will receive what you need here and I see, to settle your mind, to put your mind at ease. Something's going to come in and put your mind at ease. Whether it's this opportunity and it could be this love or this money, you know, it's what we all want is love and money, right? But it's like, that's what I see coming in here is this once in a lifetime opportunity. And it's time for you to grab the bull by the horns, Taurus, you know, it's time for you to take it while you can. And the door opens for you, the window opens for you, okay? You walk through it. You're only going to have to walk through it once, and then you're going to be on the other side. And once you're in that space, I think you're going to see that it's actually a lot better than you thought it was going to be. You're totally capable of handling whatever this is, this job, this opportunity on the other side. So you've been taking your time to sort of think it through, to reflect on it. And I just see there's this breakthrough moment happening here where you're going to embrace this. Despite your fear, you're going to be very courageous. You're not going to let it stop you. Perhaps it's a good time for visualization, creative visualization practice. Putting your knowledge, this is like I'm repeating what I said to you last time too. I feel like this is a very similar message to what you got before. So some kind of a long-term investment is paying off because you have the self-discipline and the self-control to follow up and follow through on whatever this opportunity is, and it's taking it to the next level, and you're gonna love the way this turns out. It's very abundant for you. You're transforming. You're going from being like the student to being the teacher, to being the expert, to being almost like, you know what I'm saying? Like this is your final form, or like, this is funny to me, but it's like Pokemon. When's the last time you thought about Pokemon? I haven't for the longest time, but here we go. So it's like, it starts off as like the little baby Pokemon, but then it evolves into like the big Charizard or whatever. Or it's like the maiden, the mother, and the crone. You're entering into the height of your power. Like you're entering into that like middle stage of life where you're becoming the mother archetype, which is the empress. Whether you have a child or not, it's about the energy, it's about the profundity, okay? It's about the abundance and the prosperity. So you're entering into like the flower of your life. You're coming into full bloom. And so I'm tempted to just say, like, don't be scared, you've got this. Easier said than done. But I think you're starting to see this from a higher perspective and to give yourself the space, the grace, and I'm even getting like forgiving yourself, or like, I don't know, just seeing how important this is and rising up to the occasion, rising to the challenge. Okay, I'm starting to feel like that's the message. I'm going to get you a liminal spaces oracle. What have we got on the clock? 2057, love it. 2057, 5 plus 7 is 12, plus 2 is 14. I love a good 14. That's one of my favorite numbers ever. So anyway, let's get you a liminal spaces oracle, because I love this deck and it always has something good to say. Burn the idols. Ooh, intense. What a really very intense card. And I'm being guided to get one more. Burn the idols. We're going to read from the book. Carry your weather. Wow. This is about taking personal responsibility for your emotions and the way that it impacts others as well as yourself. Carrying your weather. But we're going to do burn the idols first, because I can't really remember right now what it means. Even though I love this oracle deck, I haven't learned it by heart. But it always has something important to say, so we'll see. Okay. Okay, all of our actions create equal opposite reaction. Let's just read. A fiery crescendo fitting late-stage capitalism hellscape we find ourselves in. I'm like, this deck always gives us such positive readings. The first card that comes out is a fiery crescendo fitting the late-stage capitalist hellscape we find ourselves in. Okay, great. It cannot be stopped at this point, but how we found ourselves here may be of interest to those in the business of breaking cycles. Yes, to idolize, to worship as a god, or love or admire in excess can produce ecstasy in the idolizer. The blithe serenity of the cult member, certain they have found their way back to the garden, speaks to this condition's precarious nature. I feel like this is a liberating message, by the way. We're breaking cycles. We're getting liberated. All right. So while idolization and love are often conflated, they are, in fact, opposites. Where love is free-flowing and infinite, idolization is dogmatic and conditional. Where love is appreciation of what is, idolization is a dual pipe dream of what could never be. If all actions produce an equal and opposite reaction, then one matter is glorified while another is vilified. More interestingly, the same glorified matter ultimately becomes vilified upon the worshipper's realization that its beloved idol reflects their own corrupted self-image, at which point the catharsis of burning the idol outweighs the consolation of venerating it. Ooh, it would stand to reason the collective is better off with no idols at all. And ooh, I'm getting a chill. It's like, and if you notice, everything in this late stage capitalist hellscape is on fire, like including the Burger King. I feel like this is almost like giving anarchist rebellion. It's giving like Rage Against the Machine. It's giving like stepping outside of the system and observing it with that high priestess. I feel like it's bringing us back to observing our culture, our commodities, our money, capitalism, and the idols it produces, the things that we buy, the way we spend our money, where we put our energy. How are we treating love versus idolization? Do we love this system? Do we love celebrity? Do we love these brands? Or are we creating some kind of an image in our own mind that reflects our own ego perspective, what have you? It's like the image or the opinion that we have of this system, of the politics, of the commodities, of the brand names. Our opinion is actually a reflection of ourself. And what did it say? It's like, it reflects our own corrupted self-image. When you realize this, that this is the case, the catharsis of burning the idol outweighs the consolation of venerating it. So we may feel a dopamine rush when we are scrolling online or buying things, or online shopping or retail therapy. Maybe we get a dopamine rush when we buy something, like we get a certain sensation. It gives us pleasure of some kind, perhaps to get fast food or to consume a certain brand or to identify with it. But once you realize that this is corrupt, that this system is corrupt, and it is reflecting back to you and it's manipulating you in a way, you start to see that liberation is actually a lot more profound and deep and better for you. It feels a lot better at that point than continuing to venerate a false idol. I have no idea how that's going to resonate with people in this reading, but I feel like that actually is a very strong message of liberation and of objectivity and observation, which the High Priestess asks us to be still and know, to observe from a place of stillness, solitude, and silence, no longer identifying with these idols that perhaps we once venerated. This is cathartic, even if it is fiery and climactic. So how does that relate to the rest of your reading today, Taurus? I would love to get your opinion on any or all of these matters. I feel like there's something here that puts your mind at ease, and I feel like it could also be very cathartic to get something off of your chest at the same time. There is something here that is disturbing the peace, and I want to read for Carrie your weather. There's a need for meditation right now to get a handle on certain repetitive negative thinking that is starting to outweigh the actual reality of the situation. And perhaps there is some kind of an idol that needs to be burned on the altar of what? Of love. Because idolization is a false sense of love. It's conditional. So we're getting rid of this conditional conception of love that requires certain things. That's because that's not real. And we're replacing it with a very real, direct connection to source, to the divine, which is true love. It comes from within. So you're not going to find that kind of love at the Burger King. You're not going to find what you really need. If there's something that's bothering you, you're not going to find it outside of you in a capitalist hellscape that is on fire right now. You're not. You're going to find it within. You're going to find it when you are quiet and you disconnect from all of those false idols and you go within, and you're going to find it within, because that's what you really need. I feel like fear in this sense that we're talking about today, this anxiety in the mind, this despair in the mind, this imbalance in the way of thinking, it just shows you what you really need. It shows you that you need to come back to your center. You need to come back to source. You've been disconnected, and that's okay. It happens all the time to everybody. That's like the pendulum swinging, right? Well, let's bring it back to center. Spend some time in nature. Disconnect from the internet. If you've been watching the news, I'm getting you're not here to carry the weight of the world. You are here to self-actualize and to live your purpose, which is the expansion of your soul and yourself and your connection to spirit, and to pass along some kind of a knowledge here. So I'm seeing that you have an opportunity, and not only is it coming in for you, but it's going to benefit everybody around you and everybody that's connected to you. As you raise up and level up, so you will too raise up and level up everyone around you. When you raise your consciousness and you heal yourself, you raise the consciousness of literally everyone that comes into contact with you, and you heal the world. So you're sharing this with others. You may have a child that's involved there, because all the pages have come out, by the way, all 4 of them. So, and the Empress. You may have 4 children, I don't know, but like you could have a child. And so as you raise your own personal consciousness, you're also raising the consciousness of your child. Or as you become the teacher and raise your own consciousness as the teacher, you raise the consciousness of all your students and anybody that looks at you from that perspective. So you may not even think of yourself that way. You're like, I'm not a teacher, I'm just a person out here in the world doing my thing. Well, okay, that's valid, that's true. But you also are, in fact, setting an example for others, and yes, they are listening, and your words do matter. And so as you raise your own vibration, you're going to end up raising the vibration of anybody who's watching you, looking at you, taking notes from you, even if you don't know who they are and you never meet them or whatever. Like you will have a much deeper impact or better influence. So you're going to be a better influence as you burn the idols and carry your weather. Let's read Carry Your Weather. I love the Liminal Spaces deck because it is such a mixed bag, but is in fact, I feel it is so important to look directly at these things, because perhaps there is some shadow work, like there are some negative emotions here. There is some friction and some resistance to change, and needing to know that this is true and real, and wanting to find a practical application for this new opportunity, this new idea. So perhaps that's what it is. It's like you're still sort of in the research and development phase as you are going through this transformation. You're learning as you go, and you're starting to become more clear, and you must trust that you have the right idea. You must trust your clear perceptions. That's the Wheel of Fortune. This is destiny, fate, divine timing. It's happening exactly as it's supposed to. You're at a turning point in your life. 10 of Swords. The 9 of Swords and the 10 of Swords are both here. So the Death card, all right. The 3 of Swords. Something's over, and there's a need to kind of, I guess, there's a need for acceptance. And I don't want to be harsh, but this is what I'm hearing. It's like, you've got to accept that this thing is over. Something's over, and it was difficult, it was painful, and now it's over. And it's a good thing that it's over. But because it's like a catharsis. Do you need to like, I'm getting 2 things at once here, okay? The first thing I'm getting is, it might be nice if you could like find like a soundproof room where you could go and like scream your head off from the bottom of your heart, like a gut wrenching, like primal scream into the void, just to get it all out, first of all. And then second of all, the other thing I'm getting is, if you do yoga, you know what corpse pose is, when you just lie on the ground. Just lay on the ground and release all the tension from your muscles, starting from your feet to your legs, to your hips, your back, your arms, your neck, your shoulders. Just release. Like, take a deep breath and release. Do you do breath work? Do you know about box breathing? Look up box breathing. It's when you breathe in for a count of 4. You hold for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You exhale for a count of 4, and then you hold that for a count of 4. I hope I explained that right. But I just feel like someone here is dealing with what could be a very difficult time, a difficult moment. As you are leveling up into something beautiful and new and exciting, you're also simultaneously experiencing the end of something else that may have at one point been very meaningful and important to you, but now you're starting to see that it was false, or there was something false about it. It wasn't true love. It was, you were like venerating a false idol, and it's bringing me back to the burning idols thing. And so as this is dead and gone and over, there may be some resistance, there may be some chaos and frustration and all of that, but I see you coming out the other side with like streamlined. All of the fat is being burned away. All of the excess. You're burning away so many layers, so many excess layers. What am I saying? It's like something is being burned away. Purification by fire, like, yeah, rising from the, like a phoenix from the ashes, you're being cleansed by fire. This is a cleansing fire, okay? In the burn the idols, this is a cleansing fire. It's like, imagine if this whole system was just burned up and then it was replaced with a lush green forest and living in a much more natural environment, in a much more natural way that is speaking to your true self, your most authentic, mature flower of yourself. Like, you had to release some kind of old ego is being burned away from you so that you can be a more pure, enlightened, actualized version of yourself. Okay, I keep saying I'm going to read Carry Your Weather, so I'm actually going to do it right now, for real this time. Carry your weather. This is an urging to consider the impact of your energy. Ever-changing but omnipresent, your state of being creates a ripple in every ecosystem you enter. You cannot always control the nature of this influence, but profound self-recognition can occur by taking responsibility for it. Accounting for your weather is a form of mastery. Okay, so that's talking about that influence that you have in every situation, whether you know it or not. You have this profound influence, and so I do see you taking real, like, accountability or real responsibility and carrying this and shouldering it very, very well. I want a systems oracle for you. I just saw 36:26 on the clock. 36:26. That would be like 98. They'd be like 17 or 8. I'm doing numbers today, evidently, but I love it. Okay, so that's too many, but we're going to take it anyway. We've got transformation, meditation, balance, and growth. This is telling a story. Your transformation is happening through your practice of meditation, okay? We're seeing it. This is like a recap of the whole message today. This is like, what is it when we recap and we just like, okay, so your transformation is coming to you through this deep process of introspection, meditation, stillness, solitude, and silence. Letting things come and go and being the observer. You are not your thoughts. You are not your feelings. You are the observer. You're not your personality. You're not your ego. You are the observer. You are the observer that observes the observer. Who's going to observe the observer? I don't know. So through your transformation through meditation is bringing you into a greater sense of balance, and this is where your growth is coming from. That's what I'm seeing. But I want to get just one card, and we'll read from the book for you, because I feel like it. Meditation brings you transformation, which leads you to a place of balance and growth, or a more balanced growth, right? Because I feel like there's been a heavy emphasis on one half, like the light half, and perhaps there's been a neglect of the dark, or vice versa. Like if you've been neglecting the shadow side, it's going to rear up and it's going to demand your attention, and you're going to pay attention to it. You're going to do a very good job taking care of this, and you're going to grow in a much more balanced way. I'm also seeing like a weightlifter, okay? And the weightlifter is only lifting weights with their right arm. So imagine if you're lifting weights. I've got some weights right here. I got my weights right here. I got my 3-pound weights. So imagine if I just sat here lifting weight, my little 3-pound weight with my right hand, but never did anything with my left hand. And now my right hand is so muscular, so into, like, so fit, but my left hand, my left arm is very, neglected and doesn't get worked out at all. And now I need to work out my left hand to bring it up to balance. I need balance and symmetry. So I don't want to neglect one for the other. I want to do both to balance it out. So this is, again, coming back to this idea of not going to extremes, to being in the middle and doing a little bit of both, and not deciding to neglect one for the other, because we do need both. We need the balance of the yin and the yang, both energies in balance and harmony. That's what we need. So let me get just one systems oracle, please, for my Tauruses. One, just one. Thank you. The universe. Okay, we love the universe. I did notice that it came out in reverse, but I don't do reversals, so we're just gonna ignore that. But we're not gonna ignore it because each one of the pages, the definition has a reversal. So the reverse says chaos, disorder, misalignment with cosmic energies, and a lack of universal perspective. And I was feeling that sort of chaos over here. And with the 9 and 10 of swords and the 5 and the 3, 5 of pentacles, 3 swords, it's like, and the 7 of cups, I do feel like there's been some kind of imbalance. Maybe you learned some kind of new information that was disturbing to you. And actually, this new opportunity is very positive in many ways if you can take it and make something of it. But maybe it was just the wrong timing or something felt off about it. It was disturbing your peace of mind somehow. But it is perfect timing. We saw that Wheel of Fortune. It's like, actually, it is perfect timing. This is going to lead you to a greater understanding if you can sort of sleep on it. Like, give yourself a chance to relax. It's very zen, you want to be centered. Disconnect from any technology. Don't watch the news right now. There's nothing on there that you need to know anyway. Right? Just go within and you say, okay, and speak to the universe. There's the universe right there. Speak to God, Spirit, the universe, the nameless with 1,000 names. Address it and allow it to speak to you, and have that communion with silence. Drink in the silence, and you will see, you'll see this thing transforming into and taking shape, taking form. You're imagining all the ways that this could possibly go wrong. And I think that's okay. That's cool. That's your preservation instinct trying to keep you from making a mistake. We love that for you. But at the same time, we need to balance that out. What could possibly go right? What does success look like in this situation? How are you going to be successful? Visualize your ultimate success as you move forward. What does it look like? What does it feel like? What is it that you want? What is the desired outcome? You need to focus on the desired outcome to manifest in alignment with what it is that you really want, what would really benefit you. So for me, lately, I've been meditating on and just sort of positive affirmations really work for me. I don't know if that would work for you too. Perhaps it would, but I feel called to speak on it right now. So I'm going to say positive affirmations that work for me when I'm practicing my breathing exercises to calm my absolutely traumatized nervous system. I will repeat this mantra: happy, healthy, wealthy, and well. Happy, healthy, wealthy, and well. That's what I want. That's my desired outcome. So that's all I'm thinking. I'm just breathing in happy, breathing out healthy, breathing in wealthy, breathing out wellness, and just, happy, healthy, wealthy, and well. And I repeat this to myself at night when I'm in bed, because I'm speaking directly to my own subconscious. I'm seeding my subconscious. The things you think about before bed, you're seeding your subconscious. This is the mood you're going to wake up in the morning. This is what you're going to attract into your life with the law of attraction during the day. Yeah, so I don't know. I think I'm speaking to somebody who knows very well a lot of these spiritual teachings and is just getting a bit of a reminder of what you already know. And even if you don't already know this, it feels like a crash course in some ways, or you could look into it and get more information. I'm going to read from this. Yeah, because I just feel like somebody's mind is driving them crazy, or there's some interference in the mind. You've got a headache. It's too noisy. Somebody's mowing the lawn. There's an air conditioner right outside your window, and And it's like, this is important for you for some reason. To be disturbed is actually a growth moment for you somehow. It doesn't feel like it in the moment. Whatever this is that you're going through, it feels very uncomfortable and disturbing. It's disturbing the peace. It's a disruption, but it's meant to show you something. It reveals something to you about yourself. It reveals something to you about your path forward. Let's read from the universe. Number 2. Yeah, there's been some chaos, and you're coming out of it a much more healthier person, stronger, and also prosperous. So it's a good thing, but it's also a very uncomfortable thing. I could also see how somebody may be reaching out to you and wanting to connect to you in a love type situation, like a love relationship, this like wealthy Leo or something. And you're like, why? They're like, I love you. I want to be with you. I want to offer you this happiness, this joy, this love of my heart. And you're like, but why? They're like, Taurus, I love you. And you're like, why? Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, I guess. Like, I guess I like you too or something. Whatever. Like, but stop it, Taurus. Like, let them love you. Okay. Okay, the universe card says interconnected perspective, expansive, influential, and grounding. Yes, there's a need for grounding. Okay, there's been some chaos. You need to get grounded. Okay, the universe card represents the vastness of existence and your place within it. You are an integral part of a cosmic dance, and your actions have far-reaching consequences. Embrace the interconnectedness of all things and recognize that your choices impact the world around you. Yes, this is your reminder to maintain a global perspective and act with compassion and understanding. While the enormity of existence may sometimes feel overwhelming, trust that you are exactly where you need to be. I just got to chill. I'm getting chills. Okay. Taurus, you are exactly where you need to be. This is the opportunity for you. Yes, you can trust yourself to handle this. You can trust your clear perceptions. And you can stop torturing yourself over what could possibly go wrong and start visualizing what could possibly go right. Okay. That's what I've got for you today, Taurus. I almost want to get more, but I just saw 47:09 on the clock. So I'm actually going to read, so 47:09, let's just call it 479. Let's call it 479 and get, oh my God, you're not going to believe this. Taurus, the angel number book, okay, 479, I opened right up to it. Did you see how beautiful that was? Embrace silence, clear the mind. There is so much noise around you right now. The pulls, pushes, and voices from all over are bombarding you. They block you from your most important connection to self and spirit. Take a break today and embrace total silence. Sit in the space of quiet and invite in clarity. How perfect is that? I'm going to do it right now. Do you hear my wind chimes? Yes. Okay, that's what I've got for you today, Taurus. Wow, what a ride, huh? What is this life anyway? I hope this was helpful. I hope it was of service to you. If you enjoyed this and you'd like a personal reading, my email's in the description box below. You can email me. I'll let you know how it works. You let me know what you need. But in any case, I just want to say thank you so much for joining me today. And I'll see you in the next one, okay? Bye-bye.